we have two recognitions here today that I'd like to read.
Listen to the truth.
One from the House of Representatives. State Representative Alicia Reese says December 12, 2013 to the People's Platform for Equality and Justice. I want to acknowledge Human Rights Day in Cincinnati, held December 13, 2013. This day is a positive reflection on the People's Platform for Equality and Justice and its members and volunteers. It is intended to recognize the basic principles of human rights: civil, political, economic, social, and cultural equality.
That's right.
Therefore, I want to acknowledge the People's Platform for Equality and Justice for hosting a Human Rights Day in Cincinnati and extend the best wishes for a successful event. Sincerely, Representative Alicia Reese.
Woo!
The second is a proclamation from the city of Cincinnati. Be it proclaimed, whereas the People's Platform for Equality and Justice are working for and on behalf of human rights in the city of Cincinnati, and whereas the People's Platform for Equality and Justice believes that human rights are universal and should be afforded to everyone without exception, and whereas the People's Platform for Equality and Justice has led by example by organizing community events to raise awareness on social injustices, helping the underserved in our city, and advocating on behalf of those who feel as if they don't have a voice.
That's
and
right.
whereas the People's Platform for Equality and Justice encourages participation in local, state, and national government to bring awareness to issues and concerns of human rights both locally and internationally. And whereas the People's Platform for Equality and Justice has shown great dedication to the improvement of lives of all people in the city of Cincinnati by the work we do daily.
Talk that talk.
Now therefore I, John Cranley, Mayor of the city of Cincinnati, do hereby proclaim December 13, 2013 as Human Rights Day. So we are here today with the People's Platform, the Contact Center, and various other organizations to say that we want hands off Tracy Hunter, and we'll be here every time that they put their hands on her, because she deserves to be put in her position that the people elected her for.
Yeah.
Woo! School to prison pipeline is real. It happens, it's still happening, and this is the house that facilitates that kind of thing. In cooperation with the Cincinnati Public Schools and various entities of the Cincinnati Police Department, our children are being railroaded through a system that does not look out for their best interests. And I know that because my children were locked up for 3 days for trumped up truancy charges filed on them by Cincinnati Public Schools. Why were they locked up for 3 days? Because I filed a complaint against Cincinnati Public Schools with the state because they refused to allow my daughter her proper tutoring that she was allowed to under her IEP, her educational plan, which is a direct violation of not only her human rights, but every law that I've found since then. And the only reason why I'm telling this story is because, one, I'm no longer embarrassed by it. I'm no longer humiliated by it. I no longer feel the guilt that they made me feel by locking my children up as if they were slaves. They chained them, they shackled them, and these are good kids. These are good, decent children. One of them has asthma, he broke his foot. My other daughter got diagnosed with migraines. All during that time, my mom was dying of heart disease. So yes, they did miss school, but everything was documented and everything is still documented, and I still have everything that I need. So I'm not saying anything that I cannot back up. So the school to prison pipeline is real, and this is one of the institutions that helps facilitate that. So all power to the people.
That's right.
It's bad enough to be out in the elements. It's bad enough to not have 4 walls and a roof over your head. But when you find some place where you can at least feel safe, where you can feel some camaraderie with people who are struggling just like you are,
right.
it should be maintained. This is
right.
supposed to be a public property.
Public.
This is supposed to belong to the people.
That's right.
And to punish people for being economically challenged, I hate the word poor, for being economically challenged, for not having a place to live, to turn around and treat them like criminals is completely unacceptable.
That's right. That's right. That's the truth. That's the truth.
It's definitely a violation of human rights.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So here we have a struggle. Here we have a battle.
That's right.
Here we have people who now may not have had criminal records, but now because they had no place to go, may very well end up with one.
Because they're homeless, huh?
And here it is, they're moving the drop-in center, not closer for people to be able to get to, but in the most industrialized section of Cincinnati urban areas. Down by the railroad tracks. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of mind. The courthouse belongs to people who have a home and people who do not have a home. This is our property, and we must give it back to the people.
Give it back to the people. That's right.
I'm children homeless. I lived on the street. I slept in abandoned buildings in the wintertime. And now they're trying to say being homeless is illegal. No law criminalizes the homeless.
Another thing I want to share with you is they sometimes recover, they become vendors, and they sell their street vibes to help them pay their rent. And in those street vibes will tell you the things that's going on out in the street. Every homeless person did not become homeless because they were addicted. Some of them is because of misfortune.
I just want to say that I've talked to a lot of brothers and sisters that has been incarcerated starting here as young as 18. My brother was one of the victims. He was 18 years old, just turned 18, first-time offender. The only thing that he did, it was self-defense. A group of 5 men had charged towards him and some of our family, and he took it, he shot a weapon with blank bullets into the air. They tried to charge him with 99 years for that. They dropped it down to 44 years, and then they forced us to take a plea bargain of 20 years. They said if we didn't take 20 years, then he would serve 44 plus years, and they would max him out with everything that they had in him. Our lawyer sold us out. We only had 20, maybe 30 minutes to decide whether or not he was going to go to court for it, if he was going to take it to trial, or if he was going to plead out 20 years. During that time, my family and I was very illiterate to a lot of things that goes on behind these doors. I didn't know, and my family didn't know, that him pleading out would mean there would be a lot of repercussions behind that. Thus far, he has served 8.5 years. He has 25 total. 20 years that he has to serve. He's in a maximum 3 security. They're saying he's a threat to himself and to society. Although no one got hurt, no one got shot, no injuries, no nothing. So I just want to say a lot of things that's going on behind here is ridiculous, and it's going to take our voices to put a stop to it.
I'm Vanessa Sparks.
All right, Mrs. Sparks.
Nice to meet you. Are y'all in construction?
Yes, sir. One of the reasons y'all,
What's that?
I guess we were drawn together today is because he was down here in regards to complaints. We have a complaint as well, you know, in regards to racial relations on the job. We're talking about racial relations as far as entrepreneur, you know what I mean, and for the community in regards to race, you know what I mean, intimidation.
Yeah, we need more black men because it's mostly females that hurt this thing. And you know, nothing against us, but we need y'all. Like, we need y'all something to fear. I've got more young black men that are coming to me, and I can only teach them so much.
It was meant to meet y'all, bump right into each other.
Actually, wrong place, but then again, like I told you, ain't nothing wrong.
I want to say that this is not just the People's Platform for Equality and Justice. that has been participating in Human Rights Day. It's a coalition of like-minded organizations, the Contact Center, the People's Platform. We have Peace in the Streets. We have a variety of organizations who have participated in various human rights events throughout the entire year. So even though this has People's Platform for Equality and Justice, the People's Platform is exactly that. It is for, by, and of the people. So this proclamation, this recognition belongs to each and every one of us.
That's right.
Woo!
That's right.
So give yourselves a round of applause.
Very much.
All right.
That's right.
And it's going to take our voices to put a stop to it.
That's right. That's right.